What's up, everyone? Thank you for stopping by to visit the channel for this upcoming game preview. If you want to hear a different take of college football from an analytical perspective, if you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button, click the notification bell, and select all so you won't miss another video. Also, like the video, it helps the channel grow. Give me your score prediction in the comment section below, even if you agree or disagree. Folks, it is a 2021 edition of the Iron Bowl between Alabama and Auburn. Both teams are going through separate trajectories in the season. Alabama has already clinched the SEC West Championship against a hard-fought battle against Arkansas last week, and Auburn lost a heartbreaker to South Carolina. The only thing Auburn has left to play for is the role of spoiler and potentially knock Alabama out of the playoff picture. The game will be played on CBS at the usual 2:30 Central time slot with Brad Nessler and Gary Danielson on the call. As we review the tail of the tape, Alabama has an overwhelming advantage in the advanced metrics with F+ and SP+. The Vegas line opened with Alabama as an 18.5 point favorite, and that line has hit 20 in some markets at the time of recording. SP+ has Alabama as a 14 point favorite with a 79% win probability. In my opinion, this was a winnable game for Auburn, despite having little to no passing game. The running game was the only thing keeping them going, and the Auburn defense started out hot, bringing blitzes from different angles. The problem was their second and third quarter defense gave up too many successful plays to South Carolina. The turning point of the game, in my opinion, was a 4th and 3 in the second quarter that led to South Carolina's first score in the game, and the Gamecocks found their rhythm after that. Tank Bixby was their bright spot for the Auburn offense, as Cedric Jackson was TJ Finley's reliable target with 7 catches for 9 targets. Everyone was wondering if Alabama's offense was fine after teams found the elixir of heavy blitzing. They came away scratching their heads after Bryce Young put on a passing clinic as he set a school record of 561 yards passing and 5 touchdowns against a top 20 adjusted pass defense and the #1 passing down defense in the country. So the offense seemed to have fixed their issues. But on the flip side, the defense gave up a bunch of explosive plays against Arkansas, and the game was much closer than they wanted it to be. Alabama has played maybe one complete game this season, but in the sport of college football, every good team will string together at least 3 complete games a year. When Auburn has the ball against Alabama, the Crimson Tide holds a small advantage over their rivals. Last week, the Crimson Tide would have had an advantage in defensive EPA against Auburn's offense due to them being ranked 13th at the time, but their showing against Arkansas was anything but spectacular, which dropped their ranking down 7 spots. We know where Auburn's bread is going to be buttered for in this game, and that is the running back. Auburn's goal is to win first and second downs, as they are a top 20 offense when they are ahead of the chains. But when they get in obvious passing situations, that's when things get bad for them, as their production dips. But the Auburn offensive line is up to the task in keeping their quarterback upright. It should be noted that Bo Nix was the quarterback for most of the season, and he was a slippery guy to tackle. But TJ Finley is a big guy, and he is difficult to bring down when the Auburn protection breaks down. Alabama's defense has been stout against the run this year, allowing 60% of their opponent's rush average. They held Arkansas, who was averaging 233.5 yards per game, to 110 yards. Alabama fans, that is 47% of Arkansas's total rushing output. That's really, really good, y'all. I know sometimes you guys are critical of your team, but I don't think you're that bad on defense. When Alabama has the ball, this will be the best offense Auburn has seen this season. Alabama's offense is the opposite of Auburn on standard downs. They're not elite in that category, but when they get in obvious passing situations, Bryce Young and the Crimson Tide offense don't blink often. They are the best in the country in passing downs, and they boast the 3rd best passing offense in the country when you adjust per opponent. Auburn's pass defense is giving up 99% of their opponent's passing average, and when you adjust for opponent, they're ranked 106th in pass defense. Part of that is due to them being ultra aggressive on defense. They're going to take chances, bring multiple players to run blitz, so they're going to give up some plays in the secondary due to one-on-one coverage. Alabama over the last few weeks struggled with different blitz packages, but Arkansas tried them a few times and they got burned. Bryce Young can't hold the ball long in this game. With the crowd noise being a factor in this game, the communication between him and the offensive line must be close to perfect. My rating system has Alabama winning this game by an estimated score of 36-21 with an 83% win probability. So right below the opening point spread. Alabama comes into this game scoring 157% above their opponent's scoring defense, and they are allowing 73% of their opponent's scoring offense. Auburn allows 87% of what their opponents score, and they are scoring 108% of what their opponents allow on defense. Auburn is a huge underdog, roughly a 3-touchdown underdog. So what Auburn needs to have happen is they need a lot of Alabama mistakes on their end. And any Alabama fan will tell you they don't know what to expect from this Alabama team. And playing in Jordan Hare Stadium only exacerbates the Murphy's Law effect because they feel that if it can go wrong, it will. Auburn must keep Alabama out of the end zone when they get into scoring chances. Arkansas did a solid job of that last week. The Crimson Tide had 9 scoring chances and converted 6 of those into points, and ended up with 3.7 points per scoring chance. A missed field goal, a turnover right before someone scores, or the ball just magically rolling down the sideline and into the back of the end zone. That kind of stuff that only seems to happen during an Iron Bowl in Jordan Hare. Alabama hasn't won in Jordan Hare since Derrick Henry had a punctuating touchdown score to end the game in 2015. And just like 2015, Alabama is coming in with another Heisman candidate, this time at quarterback in Bryce Young. And the offense is playing a lot better. Now, there are a lot of rumors about the Auburn coaching staff, specifically Brian Harsin, looking at other schools out in the West Coast, more like the Pacific Northwest. So he's been linked to a potential coaching change. So that is another question if that staff is 100% locked in for this game, or that's just wishful thinking and there is no truth to Brian Harsin looking out to get out of Auburn after 1 year. In the end, I got Alabama winning by the score of 34-17. I believe Auburn's crowd is going to be electric for sure, and I think that defense is going to play with a lot of fight. The offense is going to hit a big play or two, but I think it's going to be too much Bryce Young and the Alabama offense to come away with the W. And that is a wrap for another game preview. Let me know what your thoughts are in the game in the comment section below. Also, I know you guys hate each other so much. It's an in-state rivalry. I get it. But at the same time, let's make sure we try to keep it clean in the comment section below. And give me your score prediction and tell me why your respective team is going to hold bragging rights for another 365 days. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give the video a like, share the video, and if you love college football as much as I do, hit the subscribe button if you want to stay updated with the latest previews and the occasional highlights. And as always, thank you for watching and thank you for visiting the channel.